शीतलां मलयज शीतलां सस्यश्यामलां मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरं शुभ्रजोत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनीं पुल्लकुसुमिता द्रुमदलशोभिनीं सुहासिनीं सुमधुरभाषिणीं सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे 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 मातरं सप्तकोटिकण्ठ कलकलनिनादकरले त्रिसप्तकोटिभुजैर्धृत करकरवाले सप्तकोटिकण्ठ कलकलनिनादकरले
Hello everybody, welcome back to your channel. This is Rahil Khan, your friend and host in India. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching our episodes. I hope you've enjoyed watching them and learned from them. And thank you so much to the people who have written in by mail and text messages to me about how much they are liking the channel and the questions they have about India. So it makes us feel nice. It makes us understand that what we would like to make as content for you. So today's topic is, when will India be ready for tourists? I know all of you all had a very hard last 10 months, the 2020 year gone by, and people are just waiting to move out of their homes, their cities, their neighborhoods, their countries, and travel to India and other places. So I thought it would be a good idea to update you all, since I got so many queries and questions that how things are in India where tourism and tourists are concerned. A special mention of some people who have written to me telling me, asking me about what the situation is in India and how much they are wanting to come back here for a holiday. I would like to mention about them. There is Erin from Australia, Sharon and Pardeep from Wales, UK, Mihir from Kenya, Rocky Ridge, Kendra, Ronnie from America, Sophia all the way from Colombia. Thank you so much for writing in. We appreciate the time you have taken for being in touch. First, the good news that everyone was waiting for. India's vaccine wait is finally over. The drug regulator in India, called the DCGI, Drug Controller General of India, has today on 3rd January 2021, this Sunday afternoon, has finally and formally announced the final approval for the use of 2 vaccines, and both made in India. Of course, you must be wondering, with 1.3 billion people and such a vast area, the 7th largest country in the world, that how are we going to do the manufacture of these millions and billions of vaccine doses and make sure it gets to the last man possible in this country. Well, let me tell you, India has a great infrastructure, great logistics supply, a supply chain and transportation facilities, and it's not the first time that India is doing something like that. India manufactures so many medicine, and the pharma industry, the factories, the transporters, the storage facilities are already there. The infrastructure is in place, and we have a beautiful layout of the way the structure of the government is. It's a federal based government with a central government at the top, and every state has its individual governments, districts, district collectors. So we have everything in place. So I don't see much of a problem in the future that we'll have in getting the vaccine to the people. Of course, so all these pharma companies, as I was telling you, have already been in the pharma business for decades now. They know their job well, and they've been looking after India's medical requirements and India's health for a very, very long time now. So they know what they are doing. So we have complete faith in them and the structure that our government has. So there should not be a big problem getting the vaccines to the people. Of course, the first few months, if they start vaccinating maybe in mid-Jan or Jan end, there could be maybe in January, February some logistical issues which can just spring up, which happens, teething problems, which won't be much of a problem, I anticipate. So initially there will be a few goof ups, a few confusions, and hopefully they won't be serious, and delays these kind of things which can happen anywhere in the world. So, but once that teething problems get over in January or February, then we'll be on a roll, and when things are smooth, then the vaccination process will be really smooth. I would anticipate that. Initially, the vaccine is going to be manufactured and delivered supplied by these two huge pharma companies, Serum Institute of India and Bharat Biotech. And as I told you, they've been doing it for decades now. And very soon, the government may even grant permission to international and multinational companies like Pfizer and Moderna to come, maybe in a few months' time. So soon we'll have plenty of vaccines. The vaccine companies, the pharma companies know that we have a large requirement, like 1.3 billion. They know what they are into, and they are well prepared, and I'm sure they know what they are doing. So that should not be a problem. The Ministry of Health in India has their priorities ready. They are doing it phase wise. First the frontline health workers, and then the people over the age of 50. So they are going to do it phase wise, and just to make sure the priorities are in place, just like everywhere else. And it won't be long, maybe just another 4-5 months, I feel, at the most 6 months, by June 30th June 2021, that everyone should have a vaccine in them. Also, I've been reading papers and watching news and all that, and from what I understand, in a period of say 5 or 6 months, by May or June, the vaccines will be available across the counter in a pharmacy store. You know, when so many companies are making and they are supplying in large quantities, so a person will be able to just walk into a pharmacy store. If he was not able to go to the government center to get himself vaccinated, a person will be able to walk to a pharmacy store, pay an amount of say 200 to 800 rupees, buy the vaccine, go to a doctor and get it taken. And 200 to 800 rupees is not a very big amount in India. Most people will be able to afford that. The vaccine is something which was on everybody's mind, everybody's tongue in India. All the time people were asking. I remember I visited a hospital with a relative of mine in April, and I'd asked the doctor, when do you think the vaccine will come out? And he told me that, and he was a chest specialist, and he told me that it's the $1 million question which even we want to know. So the vaccine is something right from March end people have been looking forward to. It's been 10 months and it's been a very long time. Normally I believe a vaccine takes 10 to 15 years, but of course the scientists and research community, hats off to them. They worked so hard. I'm sure they worked round the clock, putting their lives at risk. The volunteers, we can never forget their sacrifices. They for the sake of humanity, they got themselves the vaccines for trial basis and stuff like that. So it's been one incredible ride to get the vaccine in its place. I also remember visiting a family doctor like a couple of months back, and I said, "Doctor, what's happening about Corona?" And he's been my family doctor for 3 decades now. So I told him people are roaming in buses, they are crowded in movie halls, in restaurants, in bars, in coffee shops. What's happening with Corona? Everybody's just roaming around freely and sometimes without mask, and there's no proper space for social distancing. So he replied to me just one thing which it kind of stunned me and I believe in. He told me that in India people have got herd immunity, because if Corona was still very much active in India, there would be thousands and lakhs and millions of people right now suffering from it. But the numbers have dropped drastically, and thankfully, like in Dharavi a few days back, it was declared that there are no cases of Corona. In different areas of Mumbai, there are hardly single-digit numbers coming up, and most of them require home quarantine, and very few of them require hospitalization. So all this has been very encouraging signs for Indians. Okay, all this I'm telling is my personal opinion as a disclaimer. I'm not an official person of government or any medical institute, nor am I a medical expert. But I'm just telling you from the day-to-day what's happening in India, my conversations with various people. So please don't take anything from me as the final truth. Of course, we have to go with medical things. But what I mean to say is what we are seeing in India, in Mumbai, in Pune, that I've traveled around, is people are moving freely. Of course, they have their mask on, and buses are crowded. They are going to movie halls. They leave one place and sit the other one in some areas. Restaurants are crowded, alternate tables, Starbucks, etc. So it's busy. Local trains have started in Mumbai, the famous local trains. But right now in the local trains, they are allowing only essential workers, government officials, government workers, and not the normal public. But I believe that the government of Maharashtra is very soon, by the mid of January, going to throw open the local trains for everybody. So I don't know, maybe the government knows what they are doing, because so far in the last 6 months, the government in Maharashtra, where Mumbai is located, and the government of India, it appears like they know what they are doing. They are very systematically done the unlock part of the lockdown. So one feels very confident about the government policies and the instructions that they give. So people are having a feel good factor here. So India is doing just well, and as everybody is looking forward to travel, Indians have started tourism in a big way. We have people from Delhi, from Lucknow, from the north, from the south of India, Bangalore, Chennai and all coming to Mumbai for a break for holidays, and people from Mumbai are going to Goa. In fact, somebody told me in Goa there were 400,000 people for New Year's Eve, and I'm sure these people are feeling confident. They are taking their old parents, they are taking their small kids, they are taking their families, and they are feeling good. The airlines are doing a fantastic job. They are following all the protocols required of SOPs. They are sanitizing the stuff. Big cinema halls like the PVR and Inoxion are allowing people to enter, because the livelihood has to go on. Otherwise people won't have jobs and money to live and feed their families. The 5-star hotels are doing a fantastic job. All this stuff in mask, in the dress, which they need to wear, the protective gear, and they're sanitizing all rooms. So all the 5-star hotels and 4-star hotels, the cinema halls, the big chains, the airlines, they all have their things correct and in place. So people are confident and comfortable about traveling about everywhere in India. So all in all, tourism in India for Indian tourists is open. Trains are not functioning at full-fledged length. Flights are operating a lot, and people are traveling. Whoever has the money, who wants a break, from this last 8-10 months of depression and being in the home. So people are flying around for holidays and all. Business travel has increased, and weddings. People couldn't get married from the last 7-8 months, and I'm sure some couples were very unhappy about it. So weddings have started in the last couple of months, big way. People they're like not more than 100. The protocols are there. People are going for weddings, enjoying the dinner, the feasting, the dancing. People are wearing masks at the weddings. The government officials come and check if everything is in place. So weddings have picked up in a big way, and the great thing is all these industries who depend on this, the wedding industry, the entertainment industry, the theatres, the airline industry, their jobs, hotel industry, is great that these people are getting their jobs back. Most of the cities in India have been officially opened for tourism. Like Rajasthan has all its forts, palaces, everything open, 5-star hotels, 4-star hotels and all, even smaller hotels. Delhi is open. Taj Mahal, Agra Fort in Agra is open. Delhi is completely open. Kerala houseboats, beaches are open. Mumbai is open, all tourist places. Of course, they have a restriction like a 8 PM deadline or something. Kerala is open, as I told you. Himachal, Dharmshala, all those places are open. So most of India is open. But however, now only Indian tourists are traveling everywhere around. The tourist visa given to foreigners is not yet started by the Indian government. A couple of months back, I think in October, the Ministry of External Affairs, they had categorically said that as of now we are not issuing visa for tourists, but any Indian person holding a OCI card, Overseas Citizenship of India card, or a PIO, Person of Indian Origin card, they are allowed to travel for whatever purpose they would like to, meet their family, friends, or even roam around. They are allowed to travel, and even for business, foreign travelers are allowed to come for business to India. Airlines are operating, and they'll be given visas. However, the tourist visas are not being granted as of now. So unfortunately, right now, if anyone is wanting to come to India and experience the warmth of India, will have to wait for some time. But one thing I'll tell you, when the Indian government, the Ministry of External Affairs, once they announce the tourist visas to be open for the public, you can be very sure that it's safe here, because Indian government has been very cautious, very careful, very systematic and very professional, if I may say, in opening up things. They have done it in a very organized manner. So if and when they announce, it could be next month or March or April or May or June, whenever, but once they announce tourist visas, then they'll be very sure that they are able to handle the tourist. Okay, our infrastructure is in place, everything is good here, but we just have to wait for the government to formally announce the opening of the tourist visas on their websites and the various embassies of India in different cities of the world. Well, that was the official government line that I was telling you, but I personally feel that the right time to come to India will be anytime between May and June 2021, if and when the government starts the tourist visas, on their website or in various embassies all over the world, because India is in good shape now. As you know, the international airlines are very keen to have travelers, and you'll get great deals, on international airlines, because they want people to come. The airlines within India are going to offer some great discounts in all the 5-star hotels, 4-star hotels, everywhere in India are very keen to have their guests back. They'll offer great services, great facilities, safety measures and all, and great prices too. So it will be a good time, I feel personally, in the month of May or June, whenever the tourist visas start, for you guys to travel to India. And you don't have to worry too much about the safety aspect, because let me tell you, everything is being very sorted out. Like in flight, everything is taken care of, sanitization and all. You go to a 5-star hotel, people are wearing the hazmat suit, they are wearing the mask, they are sanitizing every room. People are already staying there. A lot of Indians are staying there. Restaurants have a alternate table policy. Everyone's wearing gloves and mask and all. And the cars, if you use a car or Uber or something, or a taxi also, they have a plastic covering the driver, and nobody's allowed to sit next to the driver. People can sit on the back seat, and the back seat is divided by a plastic wall between the driver and this thing. So all kind of precautions have been taken. So, and even in the tourist places, they are not allowing people to queue up in big numbers. You have to book your tickets online for, say, Agra Fort or Taj Mahal or any other tourist places in museums and all. So they have taken all the measures. So India is doing just fine now. Most of the industries in India are doing reasonably well now. They are coming back on track, although a bit slowly, but at least they are coming back. Whether it's the manufacturing, whether it's the service, whether it's the transport, whether it's the services, the office going people and all, but one industry which is really suffering is the tourism industry, because lots of restaurants, shops, tour guides, drivers, hotels, shopkeepers, lodges, hotels, they all were dependent on tourists to come. So last 10 months has been like a very bad nightmare for them. They've had no income whatsoever. Like the entire businesses have been wiped out. There have been many businesses which have closed down. There are thousands and thousands of people who've lost their jobs, don't have their livelihood anymore, because jobs are simply not available in other industries. So tourism industry people are really looking forward to see tourists back again. And let me assure you, they will go out of the way to look after you, take care of you, make sure you're safe, you're in a safe environment, and they'll be very grateful to see you back. They'll be extremely delighted. Well, that's all I have for you now. I hope this information was useful, and I believe that I should not just tell you what the media is telling, which is easily available on Google and everywhere, on YouTube and all, but I want to tell you something what is happening on ground. That's my endeavor, so that you get a real account of what's happening in India on ground. So I hope this small episode was of use to you, to get a good idea. So right now, be patient for some more time, just a few 4 months, and keep watching for the news. Once the Indian government opens the tourist visa for everybody, you can pack your bags and make sure you get a great deal on your airlines and your hotels. And we, all of us in India, are looking forward to see the smiling, friendly tourists back and give them the most warm hospitality ever they'll experience in their lives. Well, I hope the information I provided was useful to you. Me and my team love to hear from you, and we like to know what you would like to know. Please comment, write to us. Our email ID is there in the description box below, and we'll be more than happy to tell you about things that are happening on ground in India. This is Rahil Khan, your host from Inside India with Rahil. We look forward to seeing you in the next episode soon. Have a great day and enjoy your time with your family. Namaste from India.